Ooh, Shiny Gimbal! Gimbal Community Day is coming soon, as the announcement has been made 3 weeks ago. However, there has been mixed feelings in the Pokemon GO community. So today I'm gonna give my 2 cents worth opinion and what I think about having Gimbal as a community day. So hear me out, alright? So hi to all of you guys. So first things first, let me go ahead to tell you guys that yeah, I got a haircut, guys. Second of all, let me go ahead and bring my screen up. Alright, so this is the lucky shiny Gimbal that I've gotten from a trade from Auntie Gladys. And you guys can see that I have a crazy number of Gimbal Candy XL because I've traded away, you know, a lot of my Gimbals, and they have traded to me mons they have gotten from overseas raids, and I've gotten a lot of Candy XL, roughly around 500 of that. And I am excited for Gimbal Community Day. However, when the announcement was made roughly 3 weeks ago, first thing that came to my mind was like, oh my god, finally, the people who have been trying so hard to get their shiny Gimbal can finally get their shiny Gimbal. I mean, for me, I've gotten my shiny Gimbal, so I'm not really too bothered about it. But of course, you know, getting the Gimbal Community Day allows me to have opportunity to get more candies, more Candy XL, which I'm looking forward to. Yeah, so I'm just gonna show you guys my count in terms of my Gimbal in my Pokédex before we talk about more stuff. Alright. So first of all, you guys can see my Gimbal Sin is at 1071. I've caught 993 Gimbals. Roughly 90% of those Gimbals caught were either from raids or from hatches. Alright, so if you account for the fact about that, that's roughly 900 raid passes and incubators spent, and that's roughly 70 plus thousand Pokecoins spent. Yeah. So hear me out as I get deeper into this subject. Alright, so I've traded a lot of Gimbals also, and you guys can see that I have a total of 36 lucky Gimbals, but this is what I want to show you guys. I do not have a hundo. Alright, but am I complaining that I do not have a hundo? Not really. Am I complaining that I won't be able to evolve a hundo Gimbal during Community Day? Not really. I mean, I've gotten myself like a handful of 98% Gimbals, 8 of those, and I guess I'm happy with that. But if I can get myself a hundo Gimbal during Community Day, awesome! But I know there have been mixed feelings in the Community Day, saying that, you know, there are people who, you know, commented on Pokemon GO app's tweet after they tweeted out, Gimbal, June 6th, that's it, that's the tweet. And they tweeted this on my birthday, 7th of May, like I said, 3 weeks ago. And some people, they were like very happy for it, you know, some people, they were like quite unhappy, some people were on the fence, you know, like thinking to themselves, oh crap, you know, I like spent all my money, my time, my effort, my energy, all those to actually get a shiny Gimbal or a hundo Gimbal, and yet they're giving Gimbal Community Day? Why? Well, there are a few reasons why, which I'll explain to you guys later on. But let's go ahead and check out one of the recent tweet that Pokemon GO app has tweeted out also regarding the Gimbal Community Day. Where is it? Hang on, I think I missed it already. Let me scroll down again. Okay, it's here. So they said, excited about the upcoming hashtag Pokemon GO Community Day featuring Gimbal? Here's some information what you can expect during the event. So we know that Gimbal, when evolved into Garchomp, will have Earth Power, making it not exactly the #1 DPS attacker, as Shadow Mamoswine is still #1. You know, but once it turns into Mega Garchomp with Earth Power, yes, it will be the #1 attacker in the entire game until Primal Groudon comes with Precipice Blade. That is the signature move of Groudon. If you do not Primal Evolve it into Primal Groudon, it will not beat Mega Garchomp. So, you know, there are people who like said that they are quite unhappy with it and blah 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 blah. I won't scroll too much because there are some really like explicit comments and not too nice things that people were saying to Niantic and Pokemon GO app, which is quite sad to see. But all in all, I can say that majority of the players, majority of us in the community are happy about it. I certainly am, not because I do not have my Hundo Gimbal yet and I want to try to get the Hundo Gimbal, but like I said, I'm more happy that the community will have a chance to get a rare shiny Pokemon, Shiny Gimbal. All in all, we have to understand a few things. First of all, Niantic did not ask you to spend money to raid Gimbals, neither did they ask you to spend money to incubate eggs to hatch Gimbals. So, I, who have spent more than 70,000 Pokecoins to actually hunt for a Gimbal, Shiny Gimbal, or a Hundo Gimbal, or a Shundo Gimbal, I can't blame Niantic. Niantic has never said that, I must spend to actually get it. Eventually, we know that all these rare Pokemon, like if we take a look at the past Pseudolegendary Pokemon, when we talk about Pseudolegendary Pokemon, they are the really rare, strong, more than 600 base stats Pokemon, such as, Dratini, which had the Community Day, followed up by Tyranitar, Lavita, which had a Community Day, followed up by Bagon into Salamence, which had a Community Day, and of course, Beldum, Metagross, which also had a Community Day. So right now, being already the month of June, and next month is going to be Go Fest 2021, well, that is when the timeline comes into play. So with that, for a fact, we know that in the future there will be more pseudo-legendary community days, including Dano, including Gumi for Gudra and a few other pseudo-legendary Pokemon. And of course, Niantic do not want to make all these Pokemon too rare for people to obtain. So that's why a community day like Gimbal is here for us. But put it this way, even if Niantic do not give us a Gimbal community day immediately, well, let's say we are given a chance to do a community vote, like what we have normally been able to do. The upcoming possible community day in July would either be Tepic or Oshawott. Why? Is because there has been Snivy community day around 2 months ago, before the Swablu community day, right? So Tepic or Oshawott should be coming because it's the starter Pokemon also. And let's see, out of these 4 Pokemon that we have, Swablu, Gible, Tepic, and Oshawott, I'm 99.9% sure that Gimbal will win the vote, even if we as the community are asked to vote for it. Of course, if you include Dano, Dano might win, but I will still think Gimbal will come close because people still want to get Shiny Gimbal. And I mean Shiny Dano is rare, and that will come to a very close fight, and both of them are pseudo-legendary Pokemon. So just looking at this option, I'm pretty confident to say that Gimbal will win the vote if we are given a chance to vote on Twitter to choose which community day Pokemon we would like to have. Of course, even if you add Cranidos or even Drillbur into the mix, I'm still certain to say that Gimbal will win, but I would actually choose Cranidos as the community day Pokemon if put into the mix. However, given this option, I would actually choose Gimbal, as the community day Pokemon. No need to think about it. And as I was talking to you guys about the timeline that Go Fest is coming in the month of July, which is 2 months from now, not next month. Well, think about this. Niantic has already made the announcement that Dano, the next pseudo-legendary Pokemon after Gimbal, will be the featured Pokemon in raids. So going by the timeline, say Gimbal Community Day in June, then 1 month later to be, Go Fest and having Dano as the featured Pokemon. That's why I feel Gimbal has been the chosen Community Day Pokemon for June, as it's really to the last month already. It's the last month possible that Niantic can give us Gimbal for a Community Day. And I'm sure to say there'll be Gimbal spawning in July's Go Fest. So much so that, assuming, the Gimbal Community Day was not announced in June, or perhaps it's another Community Day Pokemon, but instead the Gimbal Community Day, say, is in August, or in September or the following months later, I think people will be more pissed off. In a sense that people will probably go really hard, play really hard to try to get themselves the shiny Gimbal during the Go Fest, assuming, Gimbal Community Day wasn't announced and wasn't held on the month of June. People will play hard to try to get the shiny Gimbal, of course, to try to get the shiny Dano also. But the following month in August or in September comes Gimbal Community Day. I think people will feel even more angry about that. And like I said at the very start of the video, Niantic did not force you to, buy raid passes or buy incubators to try to get the shiny Gimbal or the Hundo Gimbal. Alright, Pokemon Go is a free-to-play game. Of course, it is a freemium game, meaning you can choose to spend to accelerate your pace in the game, which is what I normally do and I enjoy doing it. So if you ask me whether do I have any regrets in terms of spending my time, my money to actually try to hunt for a shiny Gimbal or a Hundo Gimbal, the answer is simply no. Because had I not do all those raids, I wouldn't have been able to get a shiny Gimbal, and I wouldn't have been able to trade a shiny Gimbal that potentially could have turned into a Hundo from my friend. And of course, to have the Gimbal, the shiny Gimbal, earlier before a Gimbal Community Day, of course it feels slightly special. I'm very sure that, can resonate for a lot of you guys who have been, hunting for the Gimbals, especially when you got your first shiny Gimbal or your first Hundo Gimbal. Yeah, it's more satisfying to actually get the Gimbal out of a Community Day, especially before the Community Day or any shiny Pokemon in general, whether is it a shiny Swablu or a shiny Magikarp or a shiny something Pokemon that is not so useful at all, but yet you feel satisfied that, hey, I got this before Community Day, I'm happy. Yeah, likewise for myself, man. So that's my 2 cents worth of how I feel about the Gimbal Community Day, the upcoming Gimbal Community Day. I'm looking forward to it, not just for myself to try to get a Hundo, and also to get more Candy XL, despite me already showing you guys that I have like 619 Candy XL. Come to think of it, I just realized it's the same number as the CP of the Gimbal, as this shiny Gimbal. Oh my god. No, what a coincidence, man. I didn't plan that out. But yeah, I mean, I just want the community to have a chance, especially those who do not spend on Pokemon Go, to have a chance to get something really rare and not for it to stay rare forever. Although some people, would rather have it stay as a very rare Pokemon forever. But if that's the case, then there should be a lot of things that should stay rare, including XP. Yeah, I think XP should stay rare, but inflation happened and hyperinflation happened. So that's when you actually, can not only get XP from catching Pokemon, but from raids, from friendship, etc. Or even if you talk about like Stardust, back in 2016, when Stardust was so hard to get without Star Piece, without double Stardust event, without triple Stardust event, without super incubators, without any other ways of getting Stardust like field research, etc. Or even getting like a huge amount of Stardust just completing certain special researches. Yeah, Stardust was really hard to get, man. It was rare. Stardust was really rare at the start of the game. But eventually Niantic knew they have to make the game much easier to play. And that's why, things come much easier as we go along also. So don't be too hard up that, or too unhappy that, Niantic is making things easier to obtain, because that's how it is, and that's how it'll always go. So that is all that I have to talk to you guys about. Hopefully you guys have had a better understanding to how I feel and how we should feel about the Gimbal Community Day. Like I said, I am really looking forward to it. Okay, I'm gonna play probably my hardest to try to grind out as much as I can to try to get the Hundo Gimbal. Once I get the Hundo Gimbal, I probably intend to stop, because I don't intend to grind out too many Gimbal Candy XL, because I'm just gonna power up one, because you just need one for Mega Garchomp, and I would prefer using a Shadow Mamoswine as the rest of my Pokemon in my party. Alright, so with that said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, especially Gimbal Community Day next week. Alright, And I wish you guys all the best to get your shinies, your hundos, your shandos, and whatever that you guys are looking for, man. Especially XP, since you'll be XP bonus also. Yeah, but no Stardust bonus during that period. Yeah, yay. Alright, so goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.